Georgia on the logo, celebrating back-to-back Nats. Perfection wears red and black tonight. 15-0. The Dogs have done it and won a second consecutive national.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Not again.
Lead flicker to get the night started. Downfield looking for Godwin. Into his hands. And guess which Dogs are barking first? Uga, get after it. Sonny Michelle will send the Dogs home to the championship game.
And Bobo throws that thing in the end zone and
yes! Touchdown! Touchdown in the goal line!
Sigue Ringo, corta dentro, Ringo, touchdown! Georgia!
Georgia Bulldogs bludgeon their way to back-to-back. Glory, glory, Georgia, as the fight song says.
This is our love for each other. 1 + 1 = what? 3. We are better together and we are connected.
This is Robert Iron E. Singleton, a.k.a. D-Dog from The Walking Dead, or Alton from The Blind Side, and you are watching Respect the Hedges on the Fan Addict Sports Network. All right, guys, go Dogs, sick 'em.
What's going on, Dog Nation and Respect the Hedges family? Listen, welcome to another episode of Respect the Hedges on the Fan Addict Sports Network. Look, man, the nerds on North Avenue kept it closer than we wanted to Saturday, man. But we got the win anyway. That's what it's all about. Dogs getting the dub. You know what I'm saying? On our way to trying to do this three-peat, man. Alabama is next on slate. We got to be focused for that, man. So before we get started, y'all already know we brought to y'all by the Tailgate Kings. That's right, man. Up in here for another episode of Respect the Hedges, man. Y'all know what we're going to do. We're going to talk some football. We're going to recap the technical school game, and we'll take a look at the Alabama game and in the SEC Championship. And we got a special guest for you tonight. You know how we do here on Respect the Hedges. So let's go ahead and get this thing started, man. Y'all already know who first up in the building. It is my guy, E-Rob, bringing that energy. What's going on, E-Rob?
What's up, Coach? Hey, man, another week, another Dogs victory. Cheers to the Dogs. That's how we do. Look, man, I know a lot of people wanted us to beat the hell out of Georgia Tech. I wanted to beat the hell out of them. But look, man, last week was just a win in advance type of game. We got bigger fish to fry. We got a big gray-ass fish we're going to fry up on Saturday. Let's go.
That's right, man. That's right, man. Hey, man, bring it up to the next guy, man. That's our guy, Shawty Parker. What's going on, Shawty?
What's happening? Yeah, man, you know, E-Rob hit it on the head, man. You know, I'm sure we'll get into it a little bit. You know, just want to get out of it. You know what I'm saying?
You kind of in and out,
in and out.
We can't hear you.
That's a little bit better.
Yeah,
you got the echo going on, that reverb.
Man, I just got a new mic, man. You know I be trying. Who I almost says.
There we go.
All right, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Hey, man, y'all already know, man. Listen, normally we bringing y'all clips of where she's always at the game, man. It's our girl, our on-campus correspondent, is Heena. What's going on, Heena?
Hi, guys. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. How you doing tonight?
Hi. I wish I was on campus, but I'll be there Saturday morning, ready to roll, ready to take down and fry that elephant.
Yeah.
That's right, man. That's right. And y'all know how Heena does, man. She gets us some of these exclusive guests to come on the show, man. And we got a special one for you today, man. Listen, our very own Nazir Stackhouse, D-line. His mom is joining us. We've had the dads on, man. Y'all show that same energy for Nazir Stackhouse mom, Rajeeyah Howard. What's going on, Miss Howard?
Yes.
What's going on?
What's up, mama?
Thank you for having me.
Hey, we glad you taking some time to chop it up with Respect the Hedges.
Anytime.
How you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling ready.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Hey man, listen, we're gonna get into this thing tonight, man. And hey, if you need to plead the fifth. Or if you feel like embarrassing Nazir with some funny stories, do that as well. You know what I'm saying? So I got a couple of questions for you. And then if you guys in the comments got any questions for Ms. Howard, hey, let's keep it, let's stick to football. Let's not you know what I'm saying, act nothing crazy out there. We'll post that.
It is the internet.
That's right. So listen, the first question I got is Nazir was in the class of 2020. But he committed in 2017. So during that span of time, was there any like family talks or anything about other options possibly not coming to Georgia? We can't hear you. You took it off of mute. Can you hear us?
There we go.
I think you. You just.
There
you go.
Now you're on. Right all right, go ahead.
There. Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
I don't think she can hear us.
Yeah.
You can't hear us? You
can't hear us? Yeah.
Oh. Try to. Can't hear you. Oh man, we was doing.
No, we were just. Yeah, we were just.
For the show.
No.
Try to go
leave and come back in.
Yeah. Try to leave. Can you leave?
Let me call her.
Call her. Yeah. Or tell her to leave and come back in. Oh man, we up in here. While we waiting on Miss Howard, we got some dogs up in the bill. Y'all already know who in there first. 12-0. We beat the Nerds in North Avenue. Bring on Bama. Shelby in the house. Y'all already know what it is. Stat guy showing his love. He said congrats to another 12-0 to the Dogs family. That's right. Priest is in the building. What's going on, Pete? P2. I called him P2. He actually P4. But what's going on? They talk dogs on top, ring the bell one more time. Y'all know what it is. Pot in the building, AP. That's right. What's going on, Pot? My guy Mike Wilkerson. What's going on, Mike? We appreciate you getting in here and wiping your feet. All right, she's gonna. All right, so Miss Howard's gone. She's gonna try to come back in. He said, don't recognize your other three guests. Oh, so Mike. Just to introduce you to Mike is a loyal supporter of the channel, and me and Shawty's both of our channels. Actually, Mike is an Oklahoma fan, but he shows a lot of love to us. So this is Heena Patel, Mike. She's a former trainer and physical therapist for the Dogs, and she's on a lot of committees and boards. Too many to go through.
Right.
I just left the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl meeting, so
wow.
Okay.
And interesting.
Yeah, so when you see all these interesting guests, for the most part, especially like the players and the parents, this is our lady right here. She's on campus, the fun videos, all the good tailgating clips and things of that is Heena's doing. And then this is my guy E-Rob, man. E-Rob was former defensive back at the University of Georgia. Played with one Will Muschamp, and you know what I'm saying, and everybody else, man. So, and he played baseball, by the way, Mike.
And Mike, just for Mike and anybody else who's kind of new to the show who doesn't know, let me go ahead and just give y'all a little background. We started this show 3 years ago, and you know what? I thought about this the other day. Man, we have not seen a regular season loss on this show. Do you know that? We have not seen one. You know, that's amazing. 3 years, no losses. That's amazing. Just want to point that out. Mike, write that down. Let's go.
That's right. We got Miss Howard back in the building. Can you hear us?
I can hear you now.
There we go.
I was like, what happened?
I know it. Hey, technology. That's just what it is. Technology. Okay. All right, so I'm going to try to give you the question again. So I said Nazir committed in 2017, but he was in the class of 2020. So during that span of time, was there ever any family discussions or anything about other options, possibly not Georgia?
For me, for me it was, but it was always about where Nazir felt comfortable, where Nazir wanted to go, regardless if I wanted him to go somewhere or not, because once again, I'm not on the field. So if I wanted him to go somewhere, It was where he felt more comfortable.
But that's good because you know, a lot of parents, you know, they wouldn't take that route. They'd be like, look, this is where I say it's good and this is where you going.
Yeah.
So it seems to, hey, thank you for allowing him to make that choice.
Yes, I need him to be the best he can be, you know.
For sure.
You want him to be the best he can be. You don't want to put him somewhere and be like, this was my mom's choice and she's not out here, you know. So
yeah, there's been some famous signing day incidents with some other schools and some parents. So we glad that you letting us there choose Athens, and we definitely thank you for that. My guy Stacy gets said, say what's up, gents and ladies. What's going on, Derico? All right, E-Rob, got any question? I don't want to hog up all the time. I got some more though.
No, I have 2 questions for you, Mama, and one of them was recent. And then one of them is just kind of a general question. So the recent question is, when your son got that interception, what was that, a week or 2 ago?
Man, you know,
miss.
Just tell me, will you just break it down?
Man, I thought I was running. I thought I was getting it. I thought it was me.
Yes.
I was scared to running. I'm like, let's go. Honey,
I was running too, Mama. I was in here running in my living room. I was running with it.
my other son had a tear come down like,
that's
we were just mad. We were lost for words, man. We thought we were running, and then had to realize that it wasn't us.
It wasn't y'all.
Yeah, it wasn't us. I was so happy for him.
It was an amazing play.
Man, I was so happy.
And I have one more question for you. This is kind of not really football related. Okay, it's really hard when you send your child off to college because you've had him there with you. You're used to him being there.
Yeah.
But go ahead and keep it real with us because you don't respect the Hedges. How's that? How's your grocery bill? How's that working out for you now that he's no longer in the house? He's no longer eating up everything in the house.
No.
That's like having a whole new job, isn't it?
I had 4 boys, honey. He was just 25% of the grocery bill. I had 4.
Damn, I thought I was saying so.
I still got 75% of the bill left. It's a lot. Let's go like 5, you know.
Yeah,
that's why I'm at. That's why I work with the food. So you know, I get a little discount.
Okay.
That's what's up. Dad, you got any question before I go on with my next one?
Yeah, man. Can you hear me? My mic working?
Yeah, there we go.
So the question that I have is, you know, like mentioned earlier, all the guys in here, we are former players. Also, Heena, she had to deal with some of these things that I'm about to ask you as well. Mm-hmm. How is it as a parent? You know, how do you deal with injury, hearing that your son is injured, or if you're at a game and see that your son is injured? I know as parents, you know, you may want to just run down on the field, or if you're at home, you have to hear from the phone. How does that process work? How do you as a parent deal with, you know, your son being injured or being injured?
Okay, so for Nazir doesn't care for all that. Ooh, like, you know, feeling bad for him. Because throughout his, you know, career, Nazir's always worked through it. He's worked through any little bumps or bruises he's had. He's never really had a major injury. Thank God. Yeah. The only little injury, the only experience I can give is when he was little, you know, and got tackled on the field for the first time, you know. Yeah, that was like, oh, you know, I ran down to the field. But after that run down to the field, I learned my lesson. I never ran down again. And I trusted in the process. And my son's been fine ever since. And he plays carefully. So he gives me that comfort. I know he's playing carefully. I don't go in the stadium with that type of energy. So I don't really experience that too much. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I got another question, Coach, real quick.
Go ahead.
Mom, so we hear these stories about Kirby Smart being a great recruiter, and so talk to me about like your experience in the recruiting process with Kirby Smart. You got any stories, anything? Just what you got?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So during Nazir's recruiting situation, I'm really reserved, really sitting back.
Come on with it.
If I don't know you too well. If I don't know you too well, I'm really reserved and sit back. So we had a parent event, a family event, and we all went out and, you know, kind of get to know each other and everything like that. And there was this karaoke event. And I had to come out of my shell, honey. And I started singing, like, in front of, like, everybody, all these coaches I did not know, these people I did not know, just singing la, 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 la. And when he came up to me, he just gave me the look like, like, yeah, that was something. But thank you for your son, hon. Thank you, we appreciate it. Yeah, we didn't pass that mic up, basically. But it was exciting. That was like one of my encounters with him that I won't forget, because I was nervous, man. I was nervous. He's a big coach, big opportunity for Nazir. I didn't want to mess it up. I didn't want to embarrass him. I got on there, honey. You thought I was a singer, honey. I thought I was.
And then you got up there and started singing.
Yeah, honey. And it kind of took the mic, like, yep, okay. So thank you for bringing your son, and we look forward to a great season. I said, okay, that's the way to keep it, keep it positive. Right? But yeah, I enjoy it. Yeah,
okay.
I enjoyed it.
I know.
I appreciate what they've done with my son.
That's awesome.
So, Heena, I know you get to spend some time during the games with Miss Howard. You have any questions before I jump into another one?
Yeah. So a couple of things. One, who are Nazir's closest friends? Is it other? Well, I'll let you answer that. Who are his closest friends on the team?
On the team, I would say all his D-line brothers, and it's they're kind of, yeah. These are all newer guys. Like, he has Warren, it was all the guys that basically, the big guys. The ones he was under, Jalen and Jordan and Vontae, and that group of guys, the guys he, when he came in, he was under. So when they kind of left, it kind of, now it's like kind of newer guys,
So he's the leader.
He's the leader, yeah.
Yeah, he's like a vet. He's like Devontae, the Jordan. And when they came in, when he came in, that's who he is now. So he's in that, as you said, in that leadership role. So yeah, he's like a vet.
Yeah.
So I would say all of them. Every last one of them, I would assume. When I see them on that field, they seem to have great chemistry to me. Yeah. So I would say all of them. There's no one particular person,
I love
it's because a team.
Absolutely, it is a team. We can't wait to see them together. Together on Saturday. We're ready for that.
Yes,
Tell us a little bit about his personality growing up. Is he still the same?
Nazir is a more kind of like laid back, reserved type of individual, like myself a little bit. But myself, I'm more out there. Nazir's more reserved. Yeah, like he's gonna watch what he say.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's balance. That's that complimentary football like that.
There it
is. Oh man, that guy, but he's real. He's caring. He's totally opposite to me. That guy likes to hunt. That guy likes to do things that.
Oh wow.
Yeah. He likes horses. Things like that.
Really?
Is multicultural. He's a well-rounded, well put together. Yeah, real good guy. Yeah.
And would you say Georgia's brought that kind of leader out of him? And is he little less reserved now, or you still feel like?
I think he's becoming a little less reserved now, because it's not like he's behind somebody. You see what I'm saying? So I think at this point in time, he's learning how to become more that front guy. Coming more out of your shell. You're no longer in the back. You need to come to the front and let everybody see you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's where he is at this point in his career, learning how to be that front guy. Make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely. I'm glad. Yep, and I'm glad you said that. Like in this day of transfer portal and kids not waiting, Kirby seems to do a better job than most coaches of keeping kids engaged in the program. What was it like for Nazir? You know, like you said, he was behind. I mean, not for nothing, he was behind a whole bunch of NFLers. So I mean, it makes it a little bit easier. But you know, every player wants to play. So like his sophomore year. And even he was in the rotation, you know, the last 2 years, but he's the guy now. But how did you keep him, or how did the family help him get through that time when he wasn't the guy?
Ooh, honey. Me and Nazir, we do a lot of, you know, realistic talking. You know, we talk through certain situations, you know. If something comes about and he's me and Nazir, we just talk. I talk to him. I keep it straight, honest, real with him. I think what he cares a lot about with Georgia is the family orientation they have, the closeness they have. We keep that within our family. You see what I'm saying? We like to be close. We like to, you know, if we having an issue, we want to communicate with each other. We sit and we talk with each other. I think he gets that same type of energy from Georgia. If he has an issue, there's someone he can go to talk to that's really going to tell him the truth, break it down for him, you know, logically, make him see it a different way. That's what me and Nazir do. Before a game, after a game, any concern, big play, how did you feel? You know, we talk, you know, and I want to, yeah, we talk. So that's what I do. That's what we do.
That's awesome.
That's what we do.
That's good. I got a question from one of the viewers. It's our girl, Shelby. She says, we hear that Mary Beth Smart is a great recruiter for moms. Did you have any experience with Mary Beth during the recruiting process, or now for that matter?
No.
Okay.
No. because you have to understand, it was Nazir's choice. So Nazir already knew. Nazir knew. He was loyal. He stuck to it. It wasn't no flipping, no changing. So we didn't 4 years. It didn't take it. It didn't take a lot. So with him, we didn't have to go. Yeah. So it was more so like him and Kirby got a great relationship, and that's where it was. That's what it was, and I go with Nazir.
He made the right choice. He made a great choice.
That's your choice, son. That's your coach, you know. So that's what's most important, having a relationship with your coach. So he had a great relationship with his coach, and I went with him.
That's it. So another one of our viewers, that guy says, Ms. Howard, what went through your mind the first time you watched him run out of the tunnel as a college football player?
Woo.
Did you cry? You cried, didn't you, Mama?
No, I went over that little, there's like a ledge there that you can see the football players come out of. I ran over there, put my camera down, like, woo, almost fell over.
Oh, no.
No. I was looking for his number, honey. I was trying to film it all. Man, I was trying to film it all. Like, so I ran over to the place, the edge, honey, and was standing there so excited, yelling at the team as if they knew me, like, hey! The only one
I want to watch a game with Mama. I want to go to a game with you, Mama.
It's fun.
The only ones that knew me, but everybody else like, who's that? I'm like, hey! Oh, honey, I was so excited.
Yeah. I want to go to a game with you, Mama.
Yep.
Whenever you go to the next game, I'm going with you because you like you to party.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Come find us. I'm telling you, she's fun. And Del's mom also. Woo! So much.
It was good. It was good. It was nice. I like it. I like seeing them go in, and I love seeing them come out, honey. And
Question for you, Mom. Now, you said Nazir knew that he wanted to come to Georgia. Okay, so he made his mind up early in the process.
Yes.
Of course, we wanted to have success, but we have won back-to-back championships. In your wildest dreams, could you have ever thought that your son would have 2 national championships?
Honey, this is between us.
Okay.
I know he's going to have 3.
Let's go!
You gotta understand.
I love it.
Nazir comes from championship teams. He comes
Let's
from
go.
championship teams, the underdog teams. He loves that type of. He loves that type of energy aura around him. The underdogs. Nazir has always been part of a championship team, so this is nothing new to me. No surprise, no anything. Yeah.
Listen,
I spoke to my son and I told him last season, when we did it, I told him, I said, when you leave Georgia, you're gonna leave with about like 12 rings, Nazir. I said, yeah, you're going to leave with 12 rings. So, we're getting there.
That's right. That's right.
Yes, we're getting there, honey. Yes, cheers.
That little clip needs to be part of the pregame speech.
I know, right?
Don't do that.
No, you go.
Did you tell him you was coming on? Did you tell him you was going to be on the podcast?
No.
He represented well. He's very
Thank you. I wanted it to be a surprise. There you have it.
I got
Let
you.
him
I
know
got you.
your mom's not. I'm not gonna get you, buddy. I'm not gonna embarrass you.
That's right. That's right. So we got another question for you, Mama, from our guy AP Antonio Patra, another former dog player. He says, "Were you an athlete growing up? Did you play sports?"
Okay. Well, I ran track. I was very successful in track. Basketball was terrible. Yeah, I got kicked right off the court. But track, we linked very well. I did shot put, but me and basketball, that was terrible.
Okay.
The guy who asked that question was a track athlete.
Yeah, the guy that asked the question, he was a track athlete in college too, and so was Shawty. Shawty was a track athlete here with us. He played football and track. So,
oh wow!
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah. So you see, that's why I was running. Interception brought back memories. Let's go! Thought I was running 100-meter. I thought I was, but then I realized, that's not true.
If Pot looking at this, he'll recognize this shirt. This is literally the shirt they gave us in track.
Oh,
see, look at that.
Just aged myself.
I love it.
So, Mama, are you coming down to the Mega Gate, the tailgate right there, right across the street from this? I got to ask that question because it looked like you'll probably fit right on in down there.
I sure
We're gonna have a good time. Yeah, you'll have a good time.
We're gonna make sure to get you that info.
Yeah, we got to get you the information.
It's right across the street from the bins. It's right across the street from the bins.
Oh yeah. Let's get it.
It's the tailgate Kings and the SEC Black alumni. They throw a huge, and like we've been saying for the last couple of weeks, it's kind of a disservice to call it a tailgate because it's so big and
cocktail party.
It's like the second cocktail party, you know what I'm saying. So we can make sure we get that information to Heena.
Please come on,
get it to you. So
most definitely, honey. I'm already down there. Believe you me.
There you go.
No paying for parking. Driving an hour looking. Oh no!
Right.
Oh, okay.
For real.
There you go.
For real.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what's up. We definitely want to thank you for coming in the house, and you're welcome to stay on while we talk about the nerds a little bit from Tech, and then you know what I'm saying, preview the Tide coming up here. So we're gonna switch our little format here. We're gonna go here. All right. Okay. So Heena, you hanging out with us?
I need to get on to another thing, but definitely see you guys on Saturday. I'll see you at the Mega Gate. Thank you, Ms. Howard, for joining us, and I'll see you on Saturday as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Thank you for having me. I'm gonna get ready to go to work too.
All right. Thank you for coming on. Thank you. We'll see you on Saturday.
That's right. That's right. We definitely want to do that. That's hopefully not for too long, though.
Not for too long.
Thank
That's
you very
right.
much, honey.
You ain't tricking nobody.
That's right. So, hey, shout out to Heena, our on-campus correspondent. Heena, we'll see you Saturday.
See you.
All right, bye, ladies.
And then shout out to Mama Howard. Listen,
Thank you.
We appreciate you definitely for coming on and being with us. Hey, listen, once you committed to the dogs, once a dog, always a dog. As long as the show is rolling, you always got a spot if you want to join us.
All right, go dogs.
Go dogs.
Hey, I like Miss Howard. She said she about that life. We like her. We like it. So, hey, man, we beat the Nerds, you know what I'm saying, on North Avenue. It was a closer game, but like me and Shar talked about, kind of vanilla. We didn't execute at the highest level, but we stayed healthy. I don't think anybody left the game, with an injury. And I think that might be the first week in like 4 weeks, man. We always have somebody, even if they come back in the game, we always have them leave with a little nicked up or something. I don't think we left with no injuries. We was able to, rest Brock Bowers and that, ankle, because he's been having some soreness. Lad McConkey's back. We was able to rest him. Ra's getting healthier. Tate Ratledge didn't play. So, all because we're going to need all guns aboard come Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So just overall thoughts, E-Rob, on the game Saturday.
I mean, just what you just mentioned, like all those guys on offense not playing. So it was it was just, for me, it was about winning in advance. I don't care how much we won, but I just wanted to win. And we did that. You know what I'm saying? Defensively, there were some things. Again, I'm not really going to overreact to it because, again, I don't think it was about next week. It's about this game right here. There are some things that we can definitely clean up. But then I was watching Alabama's game and, playing against Auburn, and there was no threat of a pass, and they let them run up and down the field as well. So they got some things that they might want to look at as well. So, yeah,
I'm going to tell you what, man, rivalry week 2023 was probably the most interesting rivalry week in the last couple.
Was.
I mean, whether you're talking about Washington, Wazoo, Alabama, Auburn, us, Tech, Michigan, Ohio State. It didn't matter how good one team was and the other team may have not been, or vice versa, or both teams was good. Shawty, I mean, it was just a day full, to be honest with you, 2 days full of a whole bunch of close games outside of a couple. So just what's your overall thoughts on the weekend, especially the Tech Georgia game?
Well, just on the Tech game, kind of, like we've already said, man, it was just kind of a game where we just kind of wanted to get in there, get out healthy. But at the same time, they always say you practice like you play. And I don't like some of the play that I'm seeing, specifically on the defensive side of the ball. I don't care who we playing, you still got to read the right beat. You know what I'm saying? So, things like that can always be, worked on and worked out. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear the excuse of not getting up for them and all that stuff. Hell, it's Tech. I know we got bigger fish to fry, but sure enough, it's still Tech. Once again, if you practice like you play, I need you to play better.
Yeah. And somebody mentioned last week, I was watching, I want to say it was Dean Leggy or somebody, but it was like the Kirby wasn't happy Tuesday with Bloody Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't really happy. And like you say, Shawty, you practice how you play, and maybe that was a direct correlation. Now, I did hear in this press conference that practice was pretty chippy today and yesterday. So, and maybe that's a good sign. I mean, I think one thing that we didn't do on Saturday, Kirby said, is knock back tackle. So we was tackling, but we wasn't knocking people. We wasn't striking people like we normally do. And, I mean, hey, props to the running back at Tech, man. The dude was getting 3 and 4 yards. And what I did notice is every time we won first down, though, as a defense, it was either 3 and out, or, you know what I'm saying, or, maybe the next set of downs, we got them off the field or whatever. When we didn't win first downs, our defense was on the field way too long.
That was the key. That was the key, coach, right there.
What they did for us that I really like, you know what I'm saying? I like that they showed us a lot of acting.
They did.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of little smoke and mirrors. Like, we really need it. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate, once again, we got film. We took something from it. You know what I'm saying? We really needed it, especially with those young linebackers. They needed that. You know what I'm saying?
You're right, because we thought, like, at least I thought Tennessee would give us a little bit more eye candy than they did. It's almost like they kind of conceded. I felt like they kind of conceded the game early. And I'm not saying that they stopped playing, but I don't know if we saw like all the eye candy we saw last year from Tennessee. And even the up tempo, like, Kirby harped on that all last week. They went up tempo, but not like last year. I mean, last year it was like breakneck, like line up, or they were getting penalties. Our defense got a couple of pieces. You know what I'm saying? So But you're right. Georgia Tech gave us a lot of that, and they, Haynes King gave us a if I call it a scout team look at Jalen Milroe. You know what I'm saying? He ran a lot on us, right up the middle. You know what I'm saying? So definitely some stuff that we need to shore up for sure. Because Jalen Milroe, if he get those same runs that Haynes King was getting, gonna be a longer day than we want it to be. E-Rob, you was about to say something?
Yeah. So, Coach, you make a damn good point, but we got to tighten that up because those runs that they were getting with that quarterback, if that's Milroe, boy, he gonna be bumping his head off the damn goalpost. Can't have that. Can't have it. Like you said though, Kirby was not happy about practice on Tuesday, so I kind of felt like we might not play up, a game. But with that being said, late in the game, it was 31-13. That pick in the end zone, it was about to be 38-13.
Yeah,
it's hard. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep that in context. So whatever. It is what it is.
Play the true form. I mean, that's what we've been doing, for the past 7 games. So it's, like somebody said, it's hard to prove the formula wrong. I mean, it still works. You know what I'm saying? It just we nitpick once again. And
always.
For sure. Just don't want to see it. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
same thing Kirby doing in practice every day, no matter how. Like, I'm pretty sure Kirby had some things. He would probably looked at film after the Natty last year, was like, man, we could have beat them 75-7. Little stuff, man. It's like, and that's what makes him a great coach. Genesis gets in and say the Tech game was great prep for the week in the bench. That's right. It was a good prep. I mean, of course, Alabama's going to be way more physical and way better players, than Tech. But it was a good, again, I call it like the scout team look. And like E-Rob said, we did have it. We was up 38. They took the touchdown away because Seb Van Pran, at least they say he was, too far down the line. But it was kind of on the friends. But it's whatever.
Whack.
Hey, it's whatever.
No, he knew it. That's why he sat down.
That's why he sat. But you know what, Dad, when I was watching, I was like, if he hadn't sat down, they might not have caught it. It's like when you have a pass interference or a holding, you do this right here. I'm like, you just told on yourself.
He knew it. That's why he knew it.
I be thinking that like when it's a questionable pass, where somebody gonna get pass interference or not, if the DB immediately turn around and look at the ref, I'm like, don't look at the ref. That's what
you can't help it though, Coach. You can't help it. You're like, please don't call it, please.
So,
hey man, but Tech had a good plan coming into the game though. You could tell Buster Faulkner knew what we were gonna do. He knows our tendencies. They had a good plan.
One thing I think me and Sean talk about, like Buster Faulkner, if there was a play that he's ever imagined, drew up on a napkin or anything, he called it. He called it.
This is their Super Bowl. Like this again, this is everybody's Super Bowl. So they emptying the clip on us. Dog, you still was down 38-13, 31-13.
I just don't think we win. I don't really think we win here.
Yeah, no. and also they only had one scoring drive that started beyond the 50. So like when they started around the 50, because whether it be a penalty, turnover, whatever it is, that's where the other 2 touchdowns came or field goals came from. When they started beyond the 50, like on their side of the ball, they only had one score, which is like I tell people, we may not have the best red zone defense, but in between the 20s, it's hard to get to that red zone on us. So I seen some pretty decent play from my guy, pretty good play from Kamari. I need my guy Malachi. So it's like he'd be like just a step, to get the pick, not to make the play, because he makes the play. But I want him to get more picks. He got 2 picks, and shout out to Malachi for being a finalist for the Thorpe Award. Yeah. It's 3 people: him and the guy from Iowa and the safety from Air Force. So we'll see what happens.
Shout out to our punt team, man. We the only team in FBS history to not have a punt return on us
in the regular season. That's right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No punt return, either fair catch. It rolls dead or it goes out of bounds. Nobody all year.
That's a huge stat. That's a huge stat.
Listen, man, I'm telling you right now.
That field position.
That's field position and complimentary football. Like Kirby always talks about. Like we always say, man, listen, man, that's huge. And if we can continue that Saturday, because Kool-Aid McKinstry on to our Alabama preview, Kool-Aid McKinstry is a good punt returner, a good kick returner. So especially on punts, when we try to gain that field advantage, if we can keep that same energy going, because that's a credit to our punter. Huh?
That ain't the safety.
No, it's the corner. Kool-Aid.
The cornerback. Yeah, number 1.
He they punt return.
Number two, but number two, he's serious. He return punt sometime too.
Yeah. Caleb Downs, the freshman.
That's a bad boy. That boy. That's a bad boy.
And I think that's actually helped Kool-Aid a lot, especially and you might be right. We might see a little bit less Kool-Aid in punt return because that uses up energy. So he may need a little bit more energy. But Caleb is playing at a high clip at safety as well. I mean, he's going to be a freshman All-American, kind of like Malachi was last year. We're going to need that in this game, and that's a tribute to our punter who's good, Brett Thorson, and our gunners who is Dominic Levitt and Arian Smith. All year, Arian Smith, he hasn't been, the most consistent with his hands this year. He played big. I thought he played big on Saturday and the week before with some reverses, couple of catches, and hopefully,
we putting the ball in.
Hey,
we're gonna take all the other variables off the table.
Hey, he did have a nice. I'm gonna give him credit. He did have a nice catch as well. But you're right. Hey, listen, man, you got to get the dude the ball, man. Dude is dynamic and he's explosive. It's ridiculous. Like he was just cruising on the one reverse dog, ran 38 yards. It didn't even look like he was jogging. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, listen, I think he may make a big play for us either Saturday or in the the postseason action as well. So you definitely want to keep him engaged. Yep.
Shout out to him though for staying engaged, man. Shout out to him for staying engaged and just being a mature, because I can honestly say I wouldn't have at that. You know what I'm saying? I was in. So shout out to him, and I mean this with all my heart, man. You persevere, man. You don't give up. You don't do none of that stuff. You just keep playing, and
that's right.
Things will work out for you. So shout out to you, number 11.
So looking at Alabama, them defensively against our offense, Shawty, what would you say the one thing that we need to make sure we do to be successful against Alabama? Because they bring in the athletes, they bring in the players. We know they got talent. And we've started, of course, in the beginning of the season, we used to start slow on offense, kind of, I would say. And now it's kind of been rolling. But what would you say we have to do Saturday to be successful against Alabama defense?
Well, I don't want to sound cliche, but, first of all, we got to be able to protect Carson. We know how good he is, especially when he's on time, on rhythm.
You're right.
I don't want to have my quarterback running around trying to make plays off it, because that ain't what he had to do all year. I want him to be as comfortable as possible. So we got to pass protect. And we got to continue to run the ball. Continue to just really run the ball and do what we want to do like normal. I think that's the problem that they're going to have with us. They're going to be able to stop us. Not enough.
Got you. Because when you talk about protecting Carson, they do have what's my name, Dallas Turner on that number on that edge, coming off the edge. That dude put on about 10, 15 pounds.
He swole up. What? He ate some weight. Like he ate the weights, man.
It's gonna be important that's why it's gonna be so important for what I'm saying, we're supposed to be in the strength of this offense too, is our wide receiver. They're gonna have to be able to beat.
They gotta win.
We still got to get rid of that ball before 3 seconds.
Big facts. Even when our offensive line is doing their job, we can't have Carson back there holding the ball because somebody can't get open. And another thing that's going to be key to go along with what Shawty said about protecting Carson is a guy who's played great since he came back from injury. And that's Kendall Milton, bro. That pass pro, I know, he's running the ball amazingly, and if we can keep doing what we're doing with him and Dejan as well, but that pass pro coming off that edge, I would say if they put in Dallas Turner on the edge, he gonna win some of them battles. That's just what it is, and we got to have somebody back there in case he do win some of them battles. So I'm glad that Kendall is looking like he's looking here lately.
He is.
Before you go to Erik coach, and this is actually the Erik too. So think about this. I'm gonna see if you all draw this correlation. Remember when we had Sony and Chubb?
Mm-hmm.
So it's great. As much as I like Kendall Milton, the way he's been running the ball, this could be a game where he just might be a step too slow to get to the hole.
Could be.
Y'all remember when we had Sony and Chubb?
Yeah, and they kept putting Nick in, but it's a Sony game. It's a Sony game. Yeah,
but
it's a Sony game.
Listen, we gonna be on the same way, because I'm watching the game Saturday. And not that Dejan wasn't doing good, but Kendall was literally
Kendall
chopping
game.
them. And
yep.
it was a Kendall game.
Yep.
And you're right. Depending on how this game plays out, if they hold up in that, you know what I'm saying, in that middle, it might be some really, and there's definitely going to be some times with some really tough yards. And it might not be no hole, you know what I'm saying? And it might be cause, you know,
it might be there, but it closed fast.
They go,
You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by that. At one or two steps that Dejan might have, that's the time we need to get there. And Kendall might just can't get there because he just.
And what I want to see more of, and I know Bobo, you know, he know more offense than I do. I want to see Kendall downhill when he do get the ball. Like I mean, Kendall is good on the outside, but when he downhill, not a draw, not a delay, just straight downhill inside zone.
What you're supposed to do, coach? Put the quarterback up under the damn center.
Which is what we did. We did, like, you're right. And that's why you mentioned this, I want to say last show, like how we can win in different ways.
Yep.
And E-Rob, you know, you can talk to this when you talk about what you want to see from this offense. But when we go up under center, like you're right, and just hand that ball off to Kendall, like that's them tough yards, because these dudes gonna be physical. This definitely will be the best D-line we done seen and defensive front we done seen all year, E-Rob. So what you think offensively we got to do well on Saturday if we want to come out victorious?
I mean, Shouty hit it on the head. I mean, I couldn't say it any better. But to kind of, both of you guys, but to kind of just put the cherry on top, man. To me, the key, number one, we got to be able to run the ball. They're gonna be physical. I don't care about none of that. We got to run the ball. They've always been physical. We've always been able to find a way to get some yards running. If we do that, then we'll be able to pass block. But if they take the run away, that's when things get kind of dicey. But if we're able to gash them and move the ball and get first downs and be good on third down like we've been.
You know, put some more quarters in. Yeah, put some more quarters in. Listen, hey, when you have to, man, listen, our guy Lance gets in and say we need to get those tough yards. And see, that's why the tandem between Kendall and Dejan works out so well. You know what I'm saying? It's because
it's perfect gonna be able to realize the flow like it wasn't realized last time.
You're right. And that was in the 2018 coming out of the 2017 championship. What I do feel better about, because we had Jim Chaney. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really high on him, but he came in with Sam Pittman, and I trusted Sam Pittman in the line. But maybe Jim Chaney wanted to, you know, chub a little bit more than we needed to. Todd Monken was great at it, and Bobo has been great at it up until this point of figuring out. And to Bobo's credit, I'll go back circa 2012 SEC championship against Bama, the game we lost right at the end. But that game coming in, Todd Gurley and Keith Marshall was thunder and lightning, dynamic freshman. But that game, after the first two touches of Keith Marshall, Bobo was pretty much like, this is a Todd Gurley game. And Keith Marshall didn't run the ball the rest of the game. It wasn't because he wasn't good enough. It was a Todd Gurley type game. So I think Bobo is in that right mind, you know what I'm saying, to recognize, hey, Kendall's getting yards and Dejan not really doing it, or vice versa, like you said. So I think that's definitely the case. Defensively, listen, man, Jalen Milroe looked on ESPN, man. Jalen Milroe got the fourth best eyes. Not, of course, they was long shot, but the fourth best eyes to win the Heisman. This dude has been playing lights out. Listen, it was number one was Bo Nix, number two was Jaden Daniels, number three was Michael Penix, this on ESPN, number four was Jalen Milroe.
I think he got 22 touchdowns, like eyes.
Yeah, like he's like.
Yeah, but those aren't Heisman. That's not Heisman numbers. Like in Carson should win the Heisman.
I put Carson in the you know, I'm saying he in the race, but I mean,
you just saying being mentioned, okay? Because Jaden Daniels got 50 touchdowns. That's them Heisman numbers.
They showed the eyes, and of course his eyes was longer than everybody else's. All I'm saying is this is a deep quarterback class this year, and to be fourth on that list is still, even if it's long shot, still saying something. I said that because dude been balling. He had a game where he had 6 touchdowns, dog. He rushed for 3 and threw for 3. I don't care if they 1-yard touchdowns or whatever, but we got to account for this guy, E-Rob. I mean, defensively, Me and Shawty kind of talked on it. Maybe we're not a zone team by no means. We're a man-to-man team. That's what we do. But I think we may see a little bit more too high shell. You know what I'm saying? You think so, E-Rob? What you think we should? What we're gonna see? Tell the people what we're gonna see, or what you think we're gonna see Saturday on this defense.
Well, I mean, shoot, like the whole team, like we've been saying, this team, we just they adapt to what we need, whatever we need for that particular week. So if we need to play zone this week, because that's what it needs to happen to get the W, then that's what we're gonna do. You have to play zone against this guy. You cannot have your back turned running down the field. And then, more importantly, up front, you got to be disciplined with your rush. You can't get past him. You don't have to really try to put a whole bunch of pressure on him, because we want him to throw the ball. You don't want him to stand back there all day, but you want him to throw the ball. I prefer him throwing it than running it. If he throws it 30 times, that's good for Georgia. Now, if he runs it 20 times, that's not so good for Georgia. So make him throw the ball. Keep him where he's supposed to be. Do not let people get behind you. Make him throw the ball intermediate and beat us there. Because he can't, in my opinion, he can't consistently do that enough to beat us.
That's something you hit on. I think whatever it is, people just watching. If you're watching the show, just know Alabama gonna make some big plays. They are. They Alabama.
I'm gonna tell you right now, they are. Yes.
They say Georgia got the third best talented, most talented roster in the nation. Bama's number 1, Ohio State's number 2. So when you got talent like that, you definitely gonna make plays, even if it don't look like how it used to look. Shawty, what's something that worries you? Maybe if from our defensive perspective going against this offense?
Well, what worries me is, the way that they run off. The problem that Bama has is they try to throw the ball. If they really get down into it and go to ping and pull blocking, and which is this RPO quarterback.
I agree.
This is what this guy is. He didn't agree. This is what it's made for. True RPO quarterback. So when you talking about pulling guys and having the running backs being the lead blockers and trying to find a mismatch on the defense in terms of the numbers. You talking about linebackers got to be able to read. Man, this is gonna be tough, man. So to counter to E-Rob's point, I hope they don't do that.
Me too.
So to go to what you trying to say, Coach, I think what we may do, we may start out in a two-shell look.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to probably be spinning the safety down for the most part. We're going to probably be a lot of kind of cover 3 look, 3-man deep look, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if we're going to spy as much. I think we will use a spy. But I just don't think we're going to put a lot of pressure on him, because we don't want him to run the ball. I think we're going to try to make him grow.
Yeah, and trust those guys that like the Nazir Stackhouse, Zion Lowe, Warren Brinson. Trust those guys to beat some of them one-on-ones and get that pressure back there, so we can sit back, kind of make him throw the ball like you and E-Rob alluded to. Because if he's throwing the ball 25 plus times, I like our chances. If he only throw the ball 10 times, that means he run the ball all the time.
Yep, that is not good.
I don't like that game plan.
I can see a lot of weak and strong zone blitz. You know what I'm saying? That's what I really kind of think we're going to play now. I think we're going to play some man-to-man. But when we play man-to-man, we send him. You know what I'm saying? We sending him to get him. We ain't sending just 5.
That's a good point. So when we do play that especially on those 3rd and 6s, 7 plus long yards, we not, like you say, I don't think we just gonna be rushing 3 and 4. I think if we gonna play straight up man, you know what I'm saying, maybe even have a safety over top, we actually rushing this dude. We sending that, we like to send that delayed, where the inside linebacker, it's like a stunt almost like from the linebackers. And I think we really are going to be coming out to make him, he going to have to make that decision quick. And I think that's going to benefit us when we do come out in packages like that without having, Kirby said, JDJ is week to week, which JDJ not playing for those, I know a reporter asked, but he probably won't play this weekend. That's the running the ball aspect of it. That's what we say that because CJ Allen is good. Raylan Wilson is good, but having those young guys have to make those key reads over and over and over.
Yes.
That is not the position that we want.
And listen, Cole, and what I'm gonna say too,
No,
guys.
Coach.
That's why I think we're gonna have a lot of strong and weak blitzes out of our packages. Because guess what? We ain't gonna be blitzing linebacker. You wasting your time blitzing linebacker.
Especially if you right.
Somebody coming off the slide. Yeah.
You
make him go one way.
Yeah, he got to be fast, and he got to be linebacker. Just ain't gonna be fast. Listen, ain't no line. I don't care how many stars they got. We ain't got no linebacker who can do nothing with this guy.
Oh no, for sure.
You got to send a nickel back, DB, say something like that.
And maybe we see some corner blitzes, maybe because we definitely, Lassiter can hold his own if Burton in the route or Isaiah Bunn in the route. Maybe we see, of course, Taki is really good at blitzing. So we'll see some, like you said, that nickel blitzing. And I wouldn't mind a couple of, like Dalen Everett is fast and he's physical. So I wouldn't mind, like you say, now you're cutting off one side of the field and you're making Jalen Milroe, you choosing for him. You know what I'm saying? He can't, like you said, if you send a linebacker up the middle, he can go left, he can go right. You don't know where you're going to go. But if you sending that corner blitz or that slot nickel blitz, then you actually choosing for him. Stephen Allen gets in and says, I want to see linebacker growth. There seems to be slight hesitation in reading some plays, which allows linemen to get their hands on them. It does. And that's what we was talking about. That's the youth and inexperience of the CJ Allens and they're like Raylan Wilson. Like Raylan Wilson athletically can run with Jalen Milroe, but that's if he's free. And the problem, like Steven said, is when you has little, like just a half a second slow.
Can't take that false step. Them false steps.
Now you let
can't
the
do
lineman
that.
exactly climb to the second level. When them big uglies put them paws,
they get on you.
Steering wheel in your chest. You're going where I want you to go.
You're going where exactly. And you can be a big bad linebacker.
You going for a ride
on your dog. You go definitely, like Rob said, you're going for a ride. So hey, the good thing is, man, these dudes been getting a lot of experience. Hey, Kirby prepares these guys like no other for these moments, man. I want to see, listen, our guy Makai Mew's been right on the verge of breaking that 50-yard line on them punts and kickoff returns. I'm thinking Makai gonna play a big part this weekend. Like, he almost broke 2 of them Saturday. I think he right there at it, and field position is gonna be a key in this game as well.
Definitely gonna be a key. Yes.
So, hey man, this is what I would call, and I want to say I saw a former Dog player, maybe even former Alabama player, also was like, the championship getting played in Atlanta this Saturday, not the SEC championship, but they were saying the national championship is getting played. You know what I'm saying? Right before I close this out, AP say the wide receivers getting behind DBs worry me a little bit. We most definitely can't start. Yeah, that's right. We definitely don't need to start like that.
Hey, he got
something. Say what? What'd you say? He got what?
Bad tip.
Listen.
He got tightened up.
And I know he wearing the wrong uniform this weekend, but we all know what Burton is capable of. We definitely don't want him getting behind the DBs, because we know that dude, he can route you up and he can go deep as well. So we definitely, like AP said, man, I think that's why they have to be focused on that. You know what I'm saying? Because like Dad said, like the technique and the thing is, a guy, when you got bad technique, it don't matter how fast you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No matter how physical you are. But you got bad technique. And E-Rob, you played the position, dog.
Yep.
You got that bad technique, dog.
Can't do it. These guys are too good. They're too good. They're too good. You can't. You got to have good. Say what now, Shawty?
I was saying the guy from Georgia Tech ran a comeback. He ran a 15-yard comeback and ran 7 yards back to the ball, and this man never recovered.
Dog, it's like he was stuck in the ground, right? It was like, damn, come on, bro. Where your transition? Bro, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Look, he got to tighten up. I don't know what he need to do this week. I don't know what kind of videos he need to watch, but he definitely need to tighten up, because I'm going to guarantee you they're going to go at him. Like Eric, they're going to definitely go at him. It doesn't make sense to go at number 3, go at him. That's the weaker link. If I'm game playing against Georgia, that's what I'm gonna do.
I sure hope he throw it though. I just don't think he can beat us like that.
I know he can't beat us.
That's what I'm kind of hoping on too. Because if he's throwing the ball, even with some of the bad techniques he's had, it might not be as, like, when you playing against a Jackson Dart and a Haynes King, when he's on, like, you can't have bad technique. But when you playing against a Milton from Tennessee, or you playing against Hey, listen, Milroe, he's good on the deep ball. I'll say that.
Yep.
But that he's good on, listen, hella accurate on the deep ball. But like Charlie was talking about, like a 15-yard comeback, sometimes those are high, a little bit low, maybe even too hard.
That's what we want him to throw. Keep throwing those. The intermediate throws.
I was just going to say, if he ever throw it deep, you know how the camera, when you're watching TV, they kind of get you get the angle from the lineman to the quarterback back.
Yeah.
So anytime I see that angle, if he's throwing it deep, that's when I'm gonna hold my breath. When he throw the ball deep, he generally complete.
Right.
That means wide open. You know what I'm saying?
He's really accurate deep. Like again, way more accurate than Milton in my estimation. Milton can probably throw it farther. I know, even though Milroe can throw it a long way, but Milroe and especially him and Burton, they connect a lot on that deep ball. So that's one thing. We want to make him throw that intermediate. We want to make Alabama have to go 13 plays, 75 yards, 12 plays, 10 plays, if they can do that, because consistently over and over and over, I don't think that works in their favor.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? So
that front seven gonna be tested for sure, man. Like it's gonna be all about the front seven. Sure it is.
That's right. Mm-hmm. That's right. Damon Ward gets in, so I think the quarterback is coming in slightly concussed. He delivered and took some big shots. We're gonna test this big.
What's up, Ward?
Hey, we appreciate you getting in.
If he talking about that shot specifically from that Auburn game, I'm gonna tell you what, he bounced back like a rubber band. The guy from Auburn, man.
Yeah.
He was knocked out.
Now you know,
big boy.
Exactly. Now you know, with a running quarterback, you know, OCs on those teams have to decide when and where they want to pick their spots. They don't want to run Milroe all game. Even if he's getting yards, he still, like you say, can take shots.
Yep.
And you don't want your number one guy, because we've seen the backups. We've seen that at the beginning of the season, and they ain't had no real reps.
Hey,
so
I'm gonna tell you what, Coach. To me, it's the last game of the season.
But just the game, they're gonna let it all hang out. That's what I'm thinking too. They're gonna let it hang out. He's like running 30 times.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't make it through this week, then we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But buddy, if I'm the OC, he running that ball 16 times to 20 times.
If
I'm
the OC. Me too, man. We started out as 4-point favorites, some 5. Now it's up to 5 or 6. So it went up a point. That means a lot of money is going on the Dogs. So let's go ahead and get our score predictions in. If you're in the comments, Facebook, YouTube, let's go ahead and get those score predictions in, and I'll kick it off. I told Shawty this. I think we win by 10, but I do think Alabama's going to score some points. I think it's going to be, I'm going to say 38-28. I think we whether it's a late field goal, late touchdown, whatever, you know, I do think we win by 10, but I think it's not gonna look like we won by 10. It's gonna feel like we probably won by 1 point, but I think we can win this one by 10. 38-28. Brian Drakeford gets in and says 38-24. Okay. Damon says 28-17. That's right. Okay. It's definitely gonna be a battle, people. Shawty, what you got on it?
I like Dogs. 34-27.
34-27. All right. Let's see. Stat guy says 34-20 late touchdown to seal the deal. Okay, I got you. Now Genesis said he a little bit different. 37-17. I like it, Genesis. I like it, dog. What you got, E-Rock?
All right. So I like a 10-point victory as well, and I feel the same way, Coach. Tight. Then we pull away at the end. I like 31-21 Dogs.
31-21. I like it. Stephen Allen says 38-27. That's right. Hey, hopefully Genesis is better than all of us. That way, if we come out with that big time win, you know, I've seen a lot of people on social media, some talking heads. I said one thing before we get out of here, man. Like all these scenarios about Alabama beating the Dogs, you ain't seen no scenario where the Dogs win. I'm like, bro, like. Y'all wonder where Kirby get his motivation.
We are 0-3 in the SEC championship against them. I'm just saying that.
That's true. That's true. Hey, listen, man. No time like the present. That's what they always told me. You know.
What I'm saying. That before we went 3 years without losing the game. Now bring them.
That's right. AP say 28-17 on our way back to the dance. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Hey, man, I think all the Dog Nation know we in for a heavyweight title bout, and we're going to be ready just like I think Kirby's going to have those guys ready, man. So, oh, man, I want to, before we get out here, I want to give a shout out to Coach Fran Brown, the DB coach, man. They just named head coach at Syracuse University. And shout out to Syracuse University for, you know, continuously employing African-American head coaches. So shout out to Syracuse and Coach Fran Brown, going back to some of his old stomping grounds, because he is from New Jersey in that area of the Northeast. So
he is? He's from that area? That's great.
Yeah, okay. He is originally from New Jersey. He was the DC at Temple for 1 year before we got him. So hopefully he go up there and do big things, man, to represent.
Sure.
Man, we appreciate that. So shout out to Mama Stackhouse, Rajeeyah Howard, for joining us today.
Man, yes.
And listen, she was a blast, man, a ball of energy. Hopefully we see you down at the Mega Gate. And that's all for everybody else, man. Mega Gate 2023, down across from the Benz, right across the street. Once, food is served we're starting at 1 o'clock, man. Make sure you get out there. You got all you can eat, drink. I mean, all you can eat, all you can drink. Listen, all you can eat. All that.
Sound like you already started, Coach.
All that, you know what I'm saying? Good vendors, good people. Y'all make sure, man. Listen, whether you go into the game or not, man, a big old projection screen, everything, man, so you can watch the game. I know they say it's gonna rain. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, that changes as we get closer to the weekend. They're gonna do it big. Y'all make sure to get y'all tickets. TailgateKingsATL.com. All right,
so we might be live on the big screen. You never know.
That's right. That's right. Hey, man, for my guys, Shawty, E-Rod, man, and our guys that couldn't make it, you know, you got your Cool Cal, got CA, JV, man. Listen, y'all know what it is. Always respect them hedges and go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Respect them hedges.
Champ.